Beard Wizard family? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Beard Wizard Man, also known as Trevor on social media. Links to all of which you're going to find down in that video description below, including ways to support this channel like clicking that red subscribe button and getting us to 15,000 subscribers as soon as possible. That's our new goal, so we're shooting for that over the next couple of years. It is Monday. We take a look at bands from Asia on Monday, and today we're going to look at the latest from Asterism. We've had a few new releases. Asterism is one of them, so I wanted to get back to this band. We haven't looked at them in a little while, and they've got a new one out from their album, and then just my beard is a mess. I can't get into my barber for another week, but yeah, anyway, I just noticed another video. It's a mess. Also news this week, tomorrow night will be the last streams for about a week. I will have shorts that are scheduled to drop every day while I'm gone, but I will be at Chattanooga in Chattanooga, Tennessee this weekend. We leave Wednesday afternoon, and I won't be back until Monday next week. So I will not have any live streams unless I get something going from the show. I want to try to do a walk around of the hall. Should be posting stuff about our booth and some different things like that. If I can get all my equipment to work correctly this time. Last couple of shows I've had trouble getting everything to work right. But I'm going to try working on it before we even leave tonight or tomorrow and see if I can get everything working as I need it to, so that I can give you guys some content from the show. But anyway, tonight we're going to take a look at Asterism's Homeship. This really seems like a song about kind of being homesick or longing for home. I know they've been on, I'm pretty sure they've been on a tour. I've seen a lot of videos from different countries, including the US. And I feel like this song is about, you know, all the memories and all the great things that they had, but really wanting to be home. So this is Homeship from Asterism. We'll pause as necessary, talk about the music, etc., and so on. If you're in the live stream, say hi, and if you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. But here we go. Asterism with Homeship. Cheers. Acoustic, I don't know. Yeah, I get power ballad, like 80s power ballad vibes from this. Asterism, fantastic, as always. Such skilled, talented musicians. And I think this is the first time I've seen her play acoustic. I'm trying to remember back to all the songs of theirs we have reviewed. I'm not sure I've ever seen her play acoustic, which is kind of cool. And I like the set. It's very nostalgic looking, and I think that's kind of what this song is a little bit about, is, excuse me, nostalgia and thinking about the past or thinking about home. You know, the aspect ratio, the graininess, it feels like it was filmed, you know, 30 or 40 years ago. And again, that sort of 80s power ballad feel to the beginning of the song, all kind of evokes this nostalgic emotion, which is really cool and fitting, I think. It makes me think of like an older Bon Jovi video, with just how simple and old school everything feels in the video. And yeah, I don't know if that's what they were going for, but it really reminds me of something you would have seen from Bon Jovi, like circa 86, 87. Just the guys sitting around, just jamming and playing this ballad. It's really cool. I agree, Ed. I think that's Mount Fuji. You got the tour. That looks nice. So yeah, you have this imagery of the tour. Hard to tell where this was. I don't know if part of it is in Japan, but just that idea of their bond and the great times that they had, and you know all of that leading back to it's over, it's time to go home, um, which makes a lot of sense. As much as I have never gone away from home for that long. A couple times I've been away from home for extended periods, but never for more than a few weeks or a couple months at most. Um, and even when I'm only gone, like this weekend, we're going to a show in Chattanooga, 9 hours away from home, and I could guarantee you by Sunday we are going to be so ready. I'm going to be so ready to be home and in my house with my dog, around the things that make me comfortable. So going away for that long, especially being that young, I can imagine that you would get homesick pretty quick. What to say about blazing guitar, Ed? Oh, gorgeous. Wow, this is a gorgeous piece. It really does show, though, like you said, Ed, it does show the range of this band, these musicians. Is there more? I mean, when we first heard them, it was like a 7 minute instrumental with no lyrics, and it was just, and they were all preteens. I think the youngest in the first video we reviewed, I think the youngest was 11 or 13 years old or something like that. And the range that they have with their instruments, with the composition, with the music, with the vocals, it is, they are prodigies. Like, they really are probably the best in their craft currently, outside of a few exceptions. Um, they, once they reach the stage where many of who we consider the best of the best are, once they reach the age and the maturity and the experience of your Lenny Kravitz, of your Kirk Hammett, of your Eddie Van Halen, all of those, when you can really think of all the best of the best that we've ever had in music, they're going to be there, and in many cases they're already there. It's just the maturity and the time and the experience that they lack compared to some of the others. But they are amazing. These kids are amazing. So be sure to go check out Asterism. Subscribe there. Be sure to subscribe here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And let me know what you think in the comments. Again, if you're a regular, I will be out. Tomorrow will be our last live stream for about a week. I will be at Connuga in Chattanooga, Tennessee this weekend. So if you are in that area, stop by Connuga and say hi. I forget my booth number, but you're going to spot me. So Ed and everybody else who's here, thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I will see you guys all again soon. You have a great one. Much love. Bye.